Council, let's move to item number 3, which is approval of minutes from the regular meeting date July 16th.
Mayor, I've been opportunity to read those minutes, and I believe they should be approved as written. Second.
Motion made and seconded that we approve the minutes from the July 16th meeting. All in favor, signify by using the voting sign. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you, Council. Move on to reports. First item on our desk is the appointment of an interim police chief, and as you know, our current police chief, Jim Fisher, is recently retired as effective today. I'm prepared to appoint interim police chief Mike McKay as our new police chief for the current time. I want to give anyone interested in becoming the police chief plenty of opportunity to send in their resumes and applications, and I want to give our city council members plenty of time to give consideration to those. So at this time, Mike, we appreciate you. Looking forward to you serving as our interim chief. We know you did a great job before and look forward to you serving again.
I'd like to say thank you for putting confidence in me, and I look forward to serving the council, mayor, and chief. Thank you for having a good time.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. And again, anyone interested, I've had several calls. I know council's phone's been blowing up about the police chief job as well. If you're interested in putting an application and resume for the Crockett police chief position, send your resumes to City Hall here, care of I guess myself, mayor's desk, or city administrator, and we're going to put those names together and allow our city council the opportunity to do the due diligence to find a good replacement police chief for Chief Fisher. The second note on my desk is the Charter Amendment Commission. I think it was back in 2003, Council and guests, that we appointed a charter commission. Our city charter is an excellent document, but there are some things that need to be updated with regard to our charter. We put together a list of several names, and that committee actually never met. And so I'm going to ask city council members to be thinking of possibilities of folks that would be willing to serve on a blue ribbon charter committee. And we're going to take a look at our city charter and see if there's some updating that needs to be done. Whatever changes need to be made will, of course, go before the voters at the next election, I guess, which will probably be, depending on how long it takes to get the committee together and meet, maybe as late as next May. But whatever changes will take place will go to the voters and allow them to make the final decision. But if you're interested in serving on the charter committee, or city council members, if you know anybody that might be interested in serving on that committee, it's going to take some time. And so if you have the time to serve in that kind of capacity, let me know or let Ron know, and we'll get you fixed up. But thank you to those members, and I don't have a list of the former members, and so we're just going to, at this point, disband the former committee and start fresh. So, any questions about that charter committee at this time, Council? Good. Ron, we're going to move on to city administrative reports.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, council guest, council in your package, you've got a letter from the Texas Water Development Board, and as a boilerplate issue this year, I submitted an application to 2013 Drinking Water State Revolving Fund, and we actually got a letter of invitation back to apply or to submit a project for planning, acquisition, and design phase for up to $199,000, and that would be a low-interest loan through the Texas Water Development Board. The whole idea would be to take a look at the issues for the improvements to the water plant, including the replacement of the ground storage tank that we share with the water district that is obsolete, and changes to the water plant itself, and possibly even water lines. But I'll be coming back with potential projects later for council review.
Good.
But at least it gives us access to some low interest money to be able to do that. Another thing I wanted to mention was we put an article in the paper, and thank you to the Courier for putting the public service announcement in the paper that just announced that we're going to be changing our garbage collection routes for the residential garbage collection. And it's not a dramatic shift, but we've placed that information on our website as well as had it in the local paper. We'll probably run one more ad in the local paper just before the 10th, but the changes in the routes actually happen on the 10th of September, and they're intended to balance out the routes on the east side and west side, and it'll cut down on on overtime where the crew has to work at a disproportionate amount of time on one side of town versus the other when they do garbage collection. And the other end of that is, it'll make us a lot more efficient because they'll get to your trash in a timely manner. You won't be sitting out wondering why we haven't been to your house, Mr. Ford.
I was gonna ask about that.
And we're working on it. So, but the garbage routes will change on the 10th. And that's all I had, Mr. Mayor.
All right, any questions for the city administrator, council? Okay. If not, council, we're going to move on to item number 6 and open the public hearing on the 2012 tax rate. As you know, because of the truth and taxation laws in the state of Texas, we have several public hearings, and tonight we'll again have a public hearing on the 2012 tax rate. This is opportunity for anyone like to speak for or against the proposed 2012 tax rate.
And again, our proposed rate is 0.52109.
Anyone like to speak for or against the proposed tax rate of 5.53?
0.52109.
Anyone like to speak for or against? If not, good. We'll close the public hearing and move on to item number 7, council. Nomination, election of a new full-time firefighter. Chief Angerstein, welcome.
Mayor Bennett, Council, Mr. Duncan. It's with pleasure that I present to you Mr. Jason Frizzell. Due to the resignation of our firefighter John Cook approximately a month ago, we moved to the city of Nacogdoches Fire Department. And so we had an opening that we needed to fill on pretty short order. So we issued within the department a notice that we had the opening and wanted to give our volunteers priority to qualified volunteers. They go in the department, give them a chance to apply for the job before we opened it to the outside. I checked with the Texas labor laws, and we were allowed to do that, give priority to volunteers. So far, the guys that we do have currently are off of our volunteer base, and those are the ones that we've retained. So to increase our retention rate and have some good guys that know the department and the city. I have Jason Edwards Frizzell, 32 years old. He's married to Megan Frizzell, who works as a dispatcher at the sheriff's office here in Houston County. He joined the fire department in 1998 as a volunteer and has been a member until 2008, when due to some job conflicts he had to leave. He returned this year, so he has approximately 10 years of experience on the volunteer fire department. He was previously employed, as you well know, by the city of Crockett as a police officer, and currently works as a deputy for the sheriff's department here in Houston County. He has years of experience as an EMT. He's worked for ETMC and a couple other agencies as well as an EMT. And Jason came to us and said he'd like to return to his first interest, which is that being a firefighter. And I'd like to present him to you. The board has nominated him as our wish for the fire department position, and I'd like y'all's consideration. He has an impeccable record with the fire department, and I'd like him to continue as a full-time firefighter.
Move we accept the chief's recommendation.
Third. Motion made and seconded to approve Jason Frizzell, the Crockett Fire Department. All in favor, signify by use your voting sign. Motion passes unanimously. Congratulations, sir. Welcome aboard.
Congratulations. Good to have you back.
Thank you, sir.
It's a speech now. Well, I won't prepare, but I can. That's all right. Go ahead.
You have anything you'd like to say? Now's a good time to do it.
No, thank y'all for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Council, we're going to move out to number 8, which is consider and approve appointment of a new member of the Crockett Economic and Industrial Development Corporation Board of Directors. As you know, longtime Crockett resident and benefactor Jake Capri passed away recently and left quite a void in our community. One of the places that Jake left a spot is in the Economic Development Board. He served on that board for many years. The Economic Development Director, Tom, is here tonight, Tom Lambert, and their boards met and has recommended Chris Durenhoff as a replacement for Jake. I think it's a very worthwhile replacement. So it's my recommendation that we approve Chris Maduroff to the Economic Development Board.
So move.
Second.